Hi, I'm Dr. Reuben Chen. I am the Chief Medical Advisor at Sunrider International, and I am the host of Sunrider's Vital Signs podcast, the show that keeps a finger on the pulse of health and wellness. Our mission is about helping people live healthy lives that are full of happiness and fulfillment. Sunrider creates the very best plant-based products for your health, beauty, and home. We hope you enjoy the podcast. Hi, this is Dr. Reuben Chen. Welcome to another Vital Signs podcast. I have a couple of very special guests. They are a Sunrider power couple, Bob and Donna Dara. Welcome to our podcast today. Very excited to talk to you. For those of you who don't know, we have here at Sunrider been doing a very fun North America tour, and Bob and Donna have been very supportive through a couple of key areas that we have visited, and the energy from their team has been amazing, and they've also shown a lot of great leadership. Um, for those of us who don't know you very well, um, you know, who are you guys, and what brought you guys here to Sunrider?
Hi, Reuben. Thanks for inviting us. We are Bob and Donna Dara, and wow, that's a lot of questions. But who we are a
Yeah,
couple that have actually really worked together for a really long time
right.
in a referral marketing business. Bob many years ago was in traditional corporate America. He owned his own computer consulting business. We've owned traditional retail stores. We opened quite a few of those up at some point in time in our life. And what we really learned along the way was there's nothing like referral marketing. I mean, honestly, we say that truthfully because we've kind of experienced it all. You know, a lot of people get up and go to work every day, and that is something that they've learned to do or have to do, but not necessarily do they probably even enjoy it anymore, right? Most people hate what they do. Traditional business is tough. So many things can derail it, like COVID or the economy, and so realistically along the way we learned that this type of business for such a minimal investment, and basically all you do on a daily basis is help people share what you've learned, share Sunrider's most amazing products, and help them reach a goal, whether it be make some extra money every month, or just have options in their lives. And that's something that we grabbed a hold of a while ago and just saw the genius in it. And we just love it, and it's all we do. It's all we do now, and so we just enjoy it, and we share our passion for it.
And
Ah, go ahead, Bob.
I was just gonna say, and why Sunrider? Throughout the years, there's been a lot of things going on. I've had a lot of family history of just bad genes and heart disease and other things, cancer and stuff like that. And when we were introduced to the Sunrider products, we saw not just how awesome they were for us, but other people. We never have seen this kind of following, and how people are just so. For over 40 years now.
Yeah.
But I think the combination of the products, your family, and the character of Sunrider itself is really what drew us in. We had to leave a pretty successful business to come here, and we're so happy that we did.
Yeah, we're happy that you could join us here too. And I'm actually gonna tip off on something that Donna mentioned about the investment as well into a business. Last night I went to a church activity, and there were a lot of young like teenagers, and one of the teenagers asked me a question, and there was a group of them. They asked me how much it costs to start a business. And I said, well, it depends on what kind of business you're talking about. And I said, well, how much do you think it costs to start a business? And they said $10,000 or $100,000. These are this is a typical thought process. And I said, well, what if you could start a business from your home with an investment of maybe $60 to $100? And they said, well, how much money can you make with that? I'm like, well, you could probably make as much as you'd like. You can make a good income for yourself or just maybe some extra money. And they were just that concept almost seemed foreign to them. But that's the uh, those are some of the that's the potential here at Sunrider.
Yeah.
We agree. I
Yeah.
know when we were exposed to this type of business many years ago, it was a young couple speaking. Bob and I lived in a beautiful home on the bluff in Orange County. He was
Mhm.
commuting hours and hours every single day, come home totally wiped out every night. And he met a guy playing basketball who said, "Hey, I'd like to show you something, right?" And we didn't want anything to do with it. It took him like 6 months to finally come and talk to us. But his wife and him finally came over. Bob broke down. He couldn't say no anymore. And they came into our home and they sat there and talked to us about this concept of doing this kind of business from your home. And, I found it interesting, but what I really realized was I liked them as a couple, right? So I really wasn't buying into necessarily the company or anything, but what I was really liking was them as a couple. And so they talked us into going to this event where we got to meet a few people. But I heard this one girl talk, and she was probably a little younger than I was at the time, but she was talking about her family and her children, and how she just wanted that extra time at home with her husband, and just all about really the family. And it resonated with me so much because even though we lived this really nice lifestyle, Bob was almost like not a part of it because he was gone so much and he was exhausted and he only had like Saturday and Sunday, right? So I was like, wow, could something like this really be true? Could you really start something on the side, not stop what you're doing, but just start something else and over time create another option that you could at some point in time choose maybe to walk away from that corporate career? And that's ultimately what we did. We started, and it's just like a little at a time, but it takes time, but it was well worth it. It was well worth it. Changed our life, really.
Yeah. That's one of the benefits, and it's probably something I would say is very unique about our business. You mentioned referral marketing, and is that most businesses they compete with each other. If you have 7-Eleven that opens in one place and you have a 7-Eleven that opens across the street, they literally are competing for the same people. But in our business, it's literally about friendship. And the more people that join your team, the better your business grows and the better their business grows. So in common business practice, it seems a little bit counterintuitive, but I think in interpersonal relationship, it's a lot more conducive to having friendships, to having uh, great communication with people, and that's one of the I think brilliant aspects of network marketing, of referral marketing. It's just amazing.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think sometimes maybe that's why people don't understand it at first because they can't believe like that really is that simple, right?
Right.
We just
Yeah, I
we're
can make friends and make money. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
and help each
Now,
other.
right. Now, this is something unique. So, for those of you who don't know, um, our line of business and what we're talking about is when you bring in somebody to your team, you will partner with somebody, and that person will help mentor you and help you to help build basically a home-based business. And as you bring in more people and you learn leadership skills, they are able to also build their business, which also helps you to build yours. One of the things that's probably, I would say, the biggest hurdle for a lot of people is not sharing it with people that they like and love, but developing that ability to inspire and lead other people. Everybody wants to be a leader. How do you do that? And you guys are amazing at it. So, what are ways that you've seen that maybe helped you to learn to be leaders, and how have you learned to teach those skills to other people?
uh, we've always believed in being the example.
Mm-hmm.
So we would never ask anybody to do something that we wouldn't do.
Mm.
We found out that it's very simple, but it's not always easy because people have a misunderstanding of what we do. Nowadays, with social media and the internet, people get involved with a lot of similar companies, but then there's nothing similar to Sunrider, but they think they know what we do, and they've been burnt by people. They've had people lie to them or tell half truths, all that stuff. And what we do is we just let people know what we're about. We lead from the heart. We're unrejectable. Okay, because as we go out and meet with people and talk to people and we gather information, we're never asking anyone to do anything. We're not trying to push, sell, convince. They're telling us what they want. We're listening. And then we come back with them and said, hey, are you serious? You really want to put your kids in that private school? Are you serious? Do you really want to, get out of debt? And so you can't be rejected when you're not asking them to do anything for you. You're asking to help them get what they want. Mm-hmm. So as we do that, as we bring people into our family, into our team, into Sunrider, they understand not just our community, okay, but our culture. And we get to pick. That's just what's so great is when I started in computers, I started in cubicles and you didn't get to pick who you work with, right? Here, you get to choose. If we're going to go to Hawaii together, if we're going to go to Europe together, if we're just going to hang out at Disney World together, we get to pick the people that we get to do those things with. So, Reuben, it's like my team knows this. I'll do what we're doing today till the day I take a last breath. I was made for this, and I care so much about people, and I want them to succeed. So it's something that I'm kind of jumping around. I get excited when I think about my team and my people and just the opportunity. Another thing, Reuben, is that since Sehan's come on, we've been working with people outside of our group. People have been wanting to plug into some of our teaching and things like that too. And that's a blessing because it makes us feel good when we can help as many people as we can, because we need to get the Sunrider name out there. We need to get it branded. We need people to understand, how we do business, and we're not like everybody else. So I don't know if I answered the question on that, but
I think too, also just, I think that we don't have, like Bob said, we never have an agenda when we talk to someone. When you meet someone, you can't have an agenda that you want to try to, go in a certain direction. We just like to meet people, find out about them, like you said, see what's going on in their life, and see if there's something in there that they need or want or desire that we can help them with. And we say, we tell them our story. This is who we are. This is what we've done in the past. These are the things we've learned along the way. And this is what we do now and the success we've had with it. And like Bob said, we lead from the heart. Our team is very heart driven as far as just really the main goal is to find something that someone needs or wants and offer a solution. And if they don't want it or it's not the right time, that's okay. Like we don't never speak to them again, right? Some like family and friends, sometimes they're the hardest people to talk to. So you just do your thing. And one day they come along and say, wow, you're doing that, or you did all that. And what is that again? Right. But you just can't take anything personally, which sometimes people do, but you have to realize everybody's busy. Everybody's out there doing stuff. Everybody's distracted. And so it's timing too. It's just finding the right time for them and then being open and ready.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one of the things that I noticed with your team specifically is that you like to break things down into really, really simple pieces, bite-sized pieces for a new person to get started. And if somebody wants to learn the basic skills of how to build their network marketing business, one of the things that I saw is you like to use a notebook. And that is very old school. way of doing business, but it seems to work. And it was amazing how simple just using a notebook with dividers in it can help them build their business. Well, can you explain how the notebook concept came about, and why is that so easy to use? I mean, we have all this technology here. Why a notebook?
Well, I have about 100 of them over here. And again, it's one binder. It's got 5 sections in it, like you said. And as I get to know somebody, I want to, because as our business grows, it's going to grow into, hundreds and then thousands, then tens of thousands of people. And if we can teach the newest person simplicity, all they're going to do is the same thing we do. Okay. So what's great about that? So with the notebook, we write down all the facts about what they want, what numbers they want to accomplish through the business. Start working on the list of people that'd like to join them, on this journey. And then and I just happened to, with the 5 sections is because with our level compensation plan, the first section is all about you. And sections 2, 3, 4, and 5 is about the 4 we help them identify. And obviously they're going to do more than 4. They're going to do 5, 10, 20, but the 4 key people that we're going to focus in on today. Okay, so we can get them there. And then so my notebook would be the same as your notebook. The difference is you will be in one of my back sections, like sections 2, 3, 4, 5, where your notebook would be section 1, but the same information will transfer over. And then as I start helping you develop your, identify your group, we do the same thing. So it's just, again, it's simplicity. If I'm talking to you and I say, we're going to get together in 2 more weeks and bring, Sonny with you and whoever with you, and we'll talk to them a little bit more. Then when I come back to the notebook, well, I've already talked to 30 other people in the last 2 weeks, right? So now I can kind of regain information about you if you're brand new, and I want to make sure that that I'm attentive to what you are, who you are, what you want to accomplish, and all that. We can't remember all that, but if we stick it in a book, it's there, and it makes us look like we know what's going on. So that's the part of the notebook. Simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I love it because it is so simple when you think about how successful you've become, and it's literally the success can be reduced down to a notebook that many of us used when we were in high school, and it's very fascinating how people try to use very complicated means, but a basic notebook can be a way to really learn the skills of leadership and how to build your team. And that's I think it's great. Um, now, and you mentioned this before, and I really like the idea of being able to choose the people who you do business with. So, as a personal thing, who are the people that you look for to be part of your personal circle?
I think, well, I think we're pretty open in general, but what we're looking for a lot of time, well, for one thing, you have to have, kind of a connection. You meet someone, you like them, you have a connection with them, you get to know them. It is a easier conversation as if you're having a difficult conversation with someone, you know what I mean? And they're not,
Yeah.
It's a little harder, but you're looking for someone that you can find a connection with, that you can have a good conversation with, that maybe you have some things in common with. They did things that maybe you relate to, or you've done things that they relate to. And basically you can build a rapport with someone and get to know them enough that they feel comfortable enough to tell you, like this would make a difference for me, or that would make a difference for me. And they're open-minded, really. What it comes down to is, are they open-minded? Are they looking for something else? Are they interested maybe in hearing, even if it's not the business side, but hearing about the products, or maybe you share a story with them about, maybe like Bob's journey with his heart, or his weight loss, or, like my skincare, or, like the Vita and how blocks carbs and sugar. Pretty much everybody likes to hear that story. But it's like, you just, it develops. It's not like we just go out and say, hey, do you want to buy this product, right? It doesn't work, not for us. It's never worked that way for us. For us, it becomes a more personal situation so that they trust us and they kind of feel like we have something that they can believe in and we offer, right? Sometimes it could be quicker than that, but that's kind of pretty much how it's always worked for us, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. So you
And we,
want to, you're going, oh, go ahead, Bob.
no, I'm just gonna say, yeah, we always, you know, we care so much about people, Reuben, and most people don't know what they don't know. They don't.
Hmm.
And it's unfortunate. You see it in the inner cities, you see it in a lot of places, see it all over the world. So I really enjoy giving somebody a dream that they're afraid to dream because they've never succeeded in their whole entire life. And
Hmm.
if they have the desire and they're willing to learn, see, the two things I learned at an early age: if you're teachable and you're loyal, there's nothing that you cannot do, and you can succeed unbelievably. You got to be teachable, and so that's what I do when I meet people. I just want to make sure. There's so many people that need what we have. They just don't know that yet. But a lot of people say they want it, but the question is the activity coming behind?
Well, that's interesting. So, um, most people are looking for specific qualities in a person. Like, I want somebody who is aggressive, or somebody who's really outgoing, or something like that. But sounds like the way you're approaching it is that you're trying to contact as many people and giving them almost like implanting a dream inside their souls and seeing who wants it the most. So it's almost like you are giving them the option and seeing who wants to come and follow you, instead of saying like, I will choose that person because
Right.
I like their hair color or something like that. You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah.
actually very interesting. And because then I think that's probably why um, your team, especially, has a very inspirational feel, because you yourselves, you lead by inspiring other people, and those who want to be inspired in that way come and follow you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and they follow us to join us, then they take the lead. That's the beautiful thing about what we do, Ruben, is we have people in our businesses that build bigger businesses than we do. It's that's the opportunity. They want to put the work in, they want to go out there and meet and refer, because it's all about referrals. It's people think they know what we do. They think we make money off of people and stuff. And I think that nowadays, with all the negativity out there, just in the whole entire world, people can understand we all pay the same price for the product. If I get someone involved, it costs me money because we're going to share a product for them to try. A lot of that stuff. And what's so cool about it, I tell them, I said, Dr. Chen takes this money every month, he sticks it in this account. The more people you refer, the more money that he's going to give you in a referral bonus. That's what it's about. I came from a company where Carl would spend 150, $200 million on infomercials. You guys are taking that money and saying, hey, market us, and we're going to give it back to you through an incredible compensation plan. And I love that. But people don't understand that. So I educate people on that, and they go, oh, I had no idea. I thought I was trying to make money on people. I thought, you were going to get me and stuff like that, and it's just so much stuff, Ruben. It's so simple. It's just educating people because they have a preconceived idea of what we are all about. They have no idea.
Well, I mean, talking with young people, I feel like the younger generation, they are hungry for a flexible business where they are their own bosses. And it seems like a cliche, but they really want to pursue their own dreams, as opposed to, like you mentioned, that standard, clock in, clock out every single day from 9 to 5. The younger generation, they are willing to work hard for things that they're passionate about,
Right.
and finding out what that passion is. I mean, that sounds like your job is to help people
Yeah.
find their passion and then help them get the tools to be able to pursue that.
Yeah. And there are people that have passion for music. There are people that have passion for all these other things. But in the meantime, till they get there, they have to create an income somehow. If it's working at McDonald's or wherever it might be, because they got to, you got to eat, you got to have a roof over your head and all that other stuff. So we're just putting
Right.
options in their lives. Once you get options, then, you can do whatever you want. Like, you went to school, you're a medical doctor, that's pretty impressive. But because of other things, you have other options too, like doing this podcast, right? it's all about
No,
options, putting people in options.
I love telling that to doctors. I don't, it's funny. I was never invited back to speak, but I went back, I was invited to speak at my medical school to a new batch of medical students. And I told them if they want to stay passionate about medicine, that medicine should not be their sole source of income and that they needed to find other sources of income. Otherwise, they would be easily burned out by it. And everybody had the most confused look on the face. And I saw the couple of the professors also like, what are you talking about? And I said, yeah, I have, um, when they start medical school, right when they graduate, a lot of medical students in their mind, they think, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing for 50, 60 hours a week for the rest of my life. But many doctors who are now my age and older, they start investing in things, they start diversifying their time because it can really burn you out doing the grind every single day. And having those other options, and they most doctors they love medicine, but that day in and day out grind can really break them down. So being able to have that opportunity to do something that you love, but also have a means to do other things and also take some of that pressure off. It's very valuable.
Yeah, 100%. You got to do something because you love to do it. But it's true,
Yeah.
even if you love to do it, but you have to do it, it
Yeah.
can become overwhelming.
Yeah.
So even like, I mean, everything we've learned throughout our, lifetime and multiple things we've done. Sometimes we look back and we're like, oh my gosh, we've done so many different things, but it all led to like this because it makes, honestly, in the end, it makes the most sense. I
Yeah.
mean, where else can you work from home, create an income that you choose? I mean, that's the other thing, it's up to them. It's up to you. It's up to us about our income, because the more you do, the more you make, right? So you can design your own life based on the effort that you put in. And so it always comes back down to you and what you want to do. And you can't blame anybody else. Can't blame your boss, right?
Yeah.
Because it's up to you. So it's really an amazing option for people.
So, with the new year coming up, I know that you have a couple of plans for your team. What are some of the things that you use? Because I know a lot of people, when the new year comes, they people are excited to make a difference. They are committed to do something new. What are ways that you, with the new year coming, that you are planning to help inspire your team?
Well, right now, typically what we do all the time is November, December is the holidays. You get to start hanging out with people, and that's a great time to gather information. With the economy the way it is right now, with, like I said, the craziness that's happening. And I tell
Yeah.
people, take Sunrider off your brain. Don't even think about Sunrider. Don't even, and just talk to them. Get to know them. We've mentioned this. Obviously, it's a reoccurring thing that we do, and then get prepared for the new year. So many people have the New Year's resolutions. They want to lose weight, they want to get better shape, they want to do whatever it is. So with the program you put together, Sunfit 321, and I appreciate you for doing that, you made a very cost-effective system that allows us to help other people do those things: get in shape, hydrate better, lose some weight, help other people do that. We use things called challenge groups where we invite them in. It's on Facebook. It's private. No one knows anything. It's a very safe place. And we get to help people achieve their goals when it comes to those types of resolutions and things like that. So we're getting ready. We just had one in the summer. We had almost 500 people attend. got a good turnout. But what we really want to start teaching is where we have more challenge groups, less people. So more of the people are doing their own challenge groups, and we'll be doing that. We used to do that in the past, and it works out really well. So, and then we're getting people fired up about going to convention in June in Torrance. So we're setting goals, okay, to where they want to get to, and how we're going to get there, and the things that we're going to do, and then the rewards and the celebration we're going to have. I mean, you've seen us, when we do our meetings, we have all the cool awards and the medals, but more than that, it's just a sense of coming together, because as we're out there doing the things that we do, coming together, it's like the tour, it's so awesome to come together in smaller groups, but to come together as a company, as a unit, you can never beat that. So we try to get them on board thinking we try to think the same way. We all move in the same direction. We all do it differently because we're different people. But at the end of the day, it's all about them, what they want to accomplish. And so we have some pretty cool things coming up that we're working on.
Yeah, and actually we just had a few meetings with our team, and already starting to look at where they are today, where they'd like to be over the next few months in the following year, because you just don't want to set goals January 1st, right? You need to get ready for it. Yeah. So we're getting them ready now, like getting in the process of thinking, so that when January comes, you're ready to run. So that's kind of already the mindset, is to start figuring out, where you're at today, where you'd like to be in the next month, 2 months, 3 months, and ultimately, like Bob said, by convention, at the end of the year, we like to break it down into segments so that they could, makes it easier, like bite-sized pieces, right? Just, let's do a goal, let's meet, let's talk, let's, help you, let's look at what you're searching for, we'll back it up. Bob's really great at that, very analytical. So if you want to be here, let's back it up to here and start working it and make that happen. I mean, we want it for them more than they want it for themselves most times. So like,
well, that's good leadership there. They always feel like they're supported, which is probably the best thing. I like the idea too about what you mentioned. Even though some people may do New Year's goals, these are goals that they can be doing year round. I remember talking with my wife actually, and she asked me what my New Year's goals are, and she sort of laughed at it because she knows that I hate New Year's goals, because I feel like, why do I want to wait until January 1st when I can just do it today? That's always my opinion about things. Is I don't like, mainly because I'm so forgetful. I'll forget stuff, so I might as well just do it now instead of wait till later. Otherwise, for sure, it's just going to be, I get busy or doing other things, I'll just forget. So, so she always laughs if I have a New Year's resolution or a New Year's goal, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably the same goal that I had yesterday. If I want to have a new goal, I just do it, and that's my opinion on it. But that's really cool that you break it down into simple pieces, though, for people, so that they can. It's tough, a lot of goals, to make it feel tangible for people. Sometimes they make such a high goal for themselves, and it's not that the goal is really high, it's just that they don't see all of the steps to achieve that goal. It's a ladder seems like it's really tough until you take those first initial steps, and before you know it, you're on top of the roof. So yeah,
exactly.
That's true.
So what, for people who are curious about Sunrider, but maybe a little bit hesitant to make that full commitment, what are some suggestions that you have for them?
Well, I always believe in, like Donna says, getting to know us, number one, getting to know the team. See, because when they see what they're going to be a part of, they really fall in love with our team, because everyone is so giving and stuff like that. And I would say, Reuben, as we develop through all of Sunrider, more of hey, it's not about us, it's not about our team, it's about everyone within Sunrider, not just here, but in Hungary and Asia and everywhere else. That camaraderie that we have. And secondly, obviously the products are ridiculously great. We want them to find 2 or 3 products, and that's I mean, it's tough because we got so many products, and it's like, but it's always fortune and delight for me. It's always by the taste. Those 2 things, it's everything. But an evergreen. Different people want different stuff, but giving them a couple products that we know are going to work by the shape. We know it's going to work. It's got new plus in it. We want to make sure that they're cool with the products. Toothpaste. Everyone loves a toothpaste. I got people that just buy toothpaste. That's okay.
Yep.
They love the toothpaste.
It's like the best toothpaste in the world.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's like, we haven't talked to them in 4 years, but they're still buying the toothpaste. It's like, okay. But and you find people that just want to try the products, use the products. But they need to understand, number one is, what do they want? Do they want to be a part of this awesome company? Do they want to join us on our journey? Because even though you guys have been around 41 years, this is literally the ground floor. People, even Don and I never had heard of Sunrider. And we've been around, So we need to have people see what we see and understand that and get that branding going. It's going to happen. I truly believe that, with all the great things happening in Texas, with you and Sonny, and we love Seihan to death, but I think they just need to come see us. That's it. We invite them in to see us. And if you invite, for people out there that get a little nervous about talking to people and stuff like that, like I said, we're unrejectable. We're not asking them for anything, so how can you be rejected? And that's a lot of people in these kind of businesses get that way. But just come check us out. I mean, we are who we are, and it's not like the wizard behind the curtain or anything. It's so that's what one thing I tell everybody is, just come check us out.
Oh, go ahead, Donna.
Oh no, I was just going to say, like what Bob said, after, and it's so much easier because that answer varies on really who they are as a person, or a conversation with them. So that's like not just a one answer question, because based on our whole thing with them, we could have an answer based on what they told us, right? So it might be, well, let me let you try some of the products, or it could be, you don't need to worry, after everything we've talked about, just want, sometimes making the decision just to become an IBO is the hardest part. It's simple. We're going to help you. We're going to walk you through it. We're not expecting you to just go out, and we're not asking you to go sell this product on the corner or anything, so based on our conversation with them is the answer to that question. And most time, I think if people know you're going to help them, and they're not, in it by themselves, you're not just going to leave them there, right? Or they get on one of our team calls and they get to hear the other people speak, or they show up at an event, they can see, then right away they're totally at ease, because they can feel the culture of our team and our company, right? And this isn't a high sales pushy kind of thing we do, and we tell them that.
Yeah, I think if you meet any of our Sunriders, the number one thing that most everybody mentions is everybody's passion for the products and the company. And that's definitely a blessing that we have here at Sunrider, for sure. No lacking for passion.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, this reminds me, just, our all of the different products that we have. One of the products that I was sort of surprised is really sort of like the sleeper hit is our new lip colors. And we won an award by Allure magazine, which is huge. And we were named, apparently they had, I think, 3 or 4 thousand entries for makeup, and we were one of the winners, among like maybe a handful of people, and we were named like best cream lipstick. And I heard that one of the people in the Allure that was evaluating, and they see makeup from around the world, the best, and she hated makeup. She hated lipstick specifically, and she became a lover of our lipstick and actually asked to order more. So, I mean, we pay attention to a lot of details, but I was not anticipating that kind of praise. And you know, just like you were mentioning, Bob, we're Sunrider's putting a lot of efforts to try and get our name out there just past doing things like this allure competition, which was a shock and also an amazing blessing for us. And we have also great leaders like you and other people on your team that are obviously great representatives of the Sunrider brand and our products as well. So we're really thankful to have people like you with us as well. So any last comments that you want? Maybe a shout out to your team or something like that.
Well, our team knows that they're always in the front of our minds, and what we do is always with them. And I don't like naming names. There's so many people. I mean, we have some unbelievable leaders, Reuben. They all duplicate because of the simplicity of what we do, and I'm anticipating to have just such an amazing results in 2024. And again, it starts with your mom and dad, what they did, and then now the kids, what all of you guys are doing, and then we have an opportunity to support and make that everyone's dream to succeed.
Yeah, we're just excited about what's to come. We honestly feel like Bob said, ground floor. We kind of feel like that's where we're at, right? We're at the beginning of something great. We can feel it coming. Our team can feel it coming. We're ramping up for it. And it's just going to be an exciting year for not only our team, but all of Sunrider. Yeah. So I just think people should just believe in themselves, not doubt the process. When I meet a brand new person, I say the only difference between where I'm at right now, where you're at, is time and people. That's it. Time and people. It took us time to get here. And we've talked to a lot of people. And so you can do it faster than us, and we'll help you. So you should do it faster than us, right? Because we're going to teach you everything that we learned that doesn't work, right? So we're going to help you. Yeah. And it should give them belief that it's just a process. And if they work the process and they listen and learn and are willing to, just kind of take a chance on themselves, they can have anything they want.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And thanks for your time. And thanks everybody for listening to our Vital Signs podcast. And we'll see you guys next time. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Reuben.
Thanks, Reuben.
Thank you for listening to today's podcast. If you liked this episode, please subscribe to our channel. And if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up. You can also connect with us on Facebook and Instagram for more healthy living, inspiration, and tips at Sunrider International.